guys, welcome back to my channel. Every Tuesday night I host a Bible study at my house, so I need to make a dessert because they like to eat. So I think tonight I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies, and I know this recipe by heart. My grandma, my mom, like my whole family uses this recipe and it's super good. So I just wanted to show you guys how I make the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. So if you are interested in seeing how I make them, then just keep watching. Okay, so here are the ingredients. So the first thing that we'll need is a stick of this butter Crisco. And I like to get the pre-packaged sticks because it just takes one of those. You don't have to measure it out. And then the next thing that we'll use is sugar and then brown sugar. And make sure and get light brown sugar because the dark changes the whole thing. So we're gonna put those three things in first, and then we are going to put in 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, and it's even better if you can get like real vanilla. This is just the extract. And then a little bit of water, and then the last step is flour, baking soda, and salt. And then you mix that together, and then we'll add in our sprinkles and chocolate chips. I don't always do sprinkles, but I thought that it would be really fun for the girls. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna show the bowl. You can't really see me, but I'm gonna show this and what I do while mixing it. So I take this little Pyrex bowl. These are my favorite. You can get it from Walmart or Target. They come with a lid. They are awesome. They're the perfect like mixing bowl. And then I just take like a large fork, and that's what I'm going to mix everything together with. If you have a KitchenAid mixer, you can use that. My mom has one and she can make these in like 5 minutes. So I went ahead and put the Crisco in, and then it comes in this little box. I save this so I can use it for my trash. To measure everything out, I like to use this Pampered Chef little measuring system. You can slide it down. You could use it for solids on this side, liquid for this side, and it's so good. My mom had one of these while we were growing up, and I wanted one so bad. I've wanted one ever since I got married, and we finally found it last year at a craft fair. So if you know someone who sells Pampered Chef, I would invest in getting one of these. We also need 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. Like I said, don't use dark. Oh gosh, okay. This is how it usually goes. And then just pack it down. Add a little bit more. So you just put that in there. Set that aside, and then you're going to put in regular sugar. So I'm going to keep it at the 3/4 line and just put my sugar in. Okay, there's the sugar. We mix it all together. So I just slowly work my way into getting this Crisco mixed in with all of the other things. So make sure and keep your Crisco room temperature. Don't stick it in the fridge or anything like that. Just keep it in the cabinet. That's the best way to store it. Just really like press the mixture like up against the sides to really get it like mixed well. It takes a little bit and your arm will probably get tired. This is like a workout, but this is when that mixer would come in handy. you want to hear like a, almost like a sand sound. And it will be like really, really well mixed together that it'll start making like a ball. So that's what you want your mixture to look like. Okay, now we are going to mix 2 large eggs in. 1, 2. All right, so I'll take my vanilla. I would hold it over the trash can, not your bowl, in case you accidentally pour too much, which I usually do. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Done. Now let me get a ½ teaspoon of water. Okay, and then I go ahead and dry this off because we're gonna need it in just a minute. So mix this together. You want the mixture to be real even, and you don't really want to see any extra like yolk throughout it. You want it all to be nice and even, to look about like that. Okay, now we're gonna go in with flour and baking soda and salt. So I need to refill my little container. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to take 2 cups. This is a cup scoop, and I'm going to take 2 cups of flour and put it right into our cookie mixture. Okay, there's 2 cups. Add salt and baking soda. So I'm just going to do a teaspoon of each. So there's the baking soda, and here's the salt. Mix this together, and be careful not to mix it too fast or the flour will go everywhere. So just start out, you know, kind of slowly mixing it in, and then once you get going, you can mix it a little bit faster. But you don't want to be wearing flour, so once it gets to this point, your arms are probably shot. Okay, if it feels too sticky, which I think it's feeling a little too sticky right now, so I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. And also, you want to set your oven to 375 degrees. So I'll put that in the beginning, but I forgot to tell you guys before. So while you're making this, go ahead and set your oven to 375. Okay, we might even need a little bit more. Okay, let me get a little bit more flour. Okay. Yeah, this is looking better. Okay, so that's what your mixture should look like. It should be pretty solid. Now I'm gonna take mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. So I like the mini because I think that it doesn't overpower the cookies, but you can get regular size if you want. I just prefer the mini. So I'll usually just like half the bag with my fingers, like I can feel what the half is, and I just pour it in from there. Otherwise it's kind of hard to see what a half bag really is. Okay, so I've got my chocolate chips in. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of sprinkles. Okay, now we mix it all together. And you want to make sure that you get all of the chocolate chips like evenly distributed throughout the mixture. Might add a little bit more sprinkles. And you can add M&Ms to this. You can add like Andes mints if you want like a minty chocolate chip cookie. You can do really whatever you want. You can really personalize this recipe. Okay, now that our mixture is done, woohoo, I am going to get my cookie sheet out and my cookie scooper. So let's move on to that. This is an air bake cookie sheet and it's my favorite. It has the little holes in the back and it helps from your cookies not burning. So I don't spray this or anything. And then this is the cookie scooper that I love. I got it from Walmart and it's really good. It's got great like power to it. It like releases the cookies really well. So that's what I use to scoop it out. So I just take the exact size, scoop off any of the extra, and I just place it on the pan. I am going to stick them in the oven and set the timer to 9 minutes. All right, and that's it. They're super easy. You can make homemade cookies at home. It's not that hard. And this recipe is so simple. Like I've got it memorized now. It's super easy and quick and just fall proof. So if you like cookie dough, we usually will eat a little bit of it. I know that's probably not the best, but it's so good. So you can freeze this if you want as well, and then just unthaw it the next time you want to use it. But we usually just bake them all. We hardly ever freeze it or anything like that. So I'm gonna clean up and then I'll show you what the cookies look like when they come out, because they won't necessarily look done. They'll finish cooking on the stove whenever we take them out. So 1 second. You want them to be like still kind of doughy, and then you'll just let them sit on the stovetop and finish cooking for about the remainder of the time that the other cookies cook. So that's what they look like. And if you want them more done, if you don't want them as chewy, then you can leave them in a little bit longer. I actually had to add a minute to this, so I actually cooked these for 10 minutes instead of 9. And then these that are in there now are 9 minutes. So I just have a little bit of dough left. So I think I'm just going to put it on a small pan and cook those, but that's what we have so far. This is what I use to scoop the cookies out. This is also by Pampered Chef, and it's the best like cookie or pie scooper, mainly cookie, but yeah, this is another like must-have tool that I would recommend, because when you're doing something like this, it just doesn't get like as clean. A lot of times it will rub off, whereas on the stainless, this is really thin. It'll scoop them up really easy. there is the first batch of cookies. So pretty. I love cookies on a nice white platter. Okay guys, so that is it for my easy homemade chocolate chip cookie recipe. They are done. The second batch just came out of the oven. This is what it looks like. And then I've got my finished ones over here. So in just a minute, I'm going to scoop these off once they've cooled a little bit. This is a recipe that would be fun to do with kids, to get them involved in the kitchen and teach them how to follow a recipe. So I will have the recipe actually wrote out down below so you can reference that as well. Once my little taste tester wakes up, I'm gonna have him try it out and see what he thinks. If you guys are new to my channel, I have a 16-month-old little boy named Brooks. My channel is more of a motherhood and lifestyle kind of channel, but I also throw in some beauty things as well, and fun things like this, like recipes or different DIYs. I'm all about that kind of stuff. So if you like how that sounds, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you, and comment down below if you are new so I can properly welcome you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, are you ready to try it out? We've got some extra cookies. Okay. Give me your honest opinion. Oh, you want your own whole one? I guess they're pretty good then, huh? Look at that bed head. I think we have a fan. All right.